What's up guys, Sunheart here. Out here in beautiful South Florida, 80 degrees, but 70% humidity. So we're making it work, but we're used to it. We're little reptiles. Anyway, I'm here with my homie Alex. We're gonna be doing some two-man CQB, running through the basics with you. Hope you enjoy. All right guys, so to set this up, we're gonna be stacking the wall as a two-man. I'm gonna be the guy that crosses the threshold first in the sense of the door itself. In this situation, the door is closed. We don't know what's inside, so I have to open this door. And the goal here is to be as quiet as possible while still maintaining momentum. So this is what we're gonna do first, okay? So Alex, come up on me. Grab my left, let me know when you're ready, let go. I move, I cross threshold quietly. I'm checking the door for any obstructions or wire or anything like that. I'm gonna set up here. I'm gonna grab the door handle, push it slightly, so it gives him, on his side, go ahead, room to slice the pie. There's still an obstruction. The door is in my way. I can't see into the room, but he's on the strong side, meaning he gets to slice the pie without entering the fatal funnel. Okay, so once he clears the little bit of space that he has, he's going to signal me with his rifle barrel. He's gonna move it down that he's ready, and he's gonna move in. And I'm gonna follow after and take the opposite side. So there's this concept behind a weak side and a strong side. When there's a door in front of you, the weak side is gonna be the handle side because you don't have a way to slice the pie from this side unless you bust open that door, and you don't wanna bust open that door because that's gonna alert everybody on the other side that there's someone at that door. You want that first bit of the entry to be quiet as possible so you can get as much information as possible before you actually go into the danger zone, okay?
Danger zone.
So let's run it back. That was good. Let's do it full time. Good. Let's do that one more. Door handle. He slices pie. He waves to ready. I follow in. Another thing to remember when you're splitting the door like this, the guy on the weak side, when he opens that slightly, you want to back off a little bit, because if someone sees that on the other side, they're gonna be, oh, I'm just gonna wallbang this. So you need to move out of that point of contact just briefly in case someone gets the drop on you and you just don't get totally blindsided, okay? So, door open, back off, let him slice the pie, move back up when it's safe. He'll signal you once he's ready, follow in. All right, so that's the weak side. That's the guy in front when he's crossing the threshold, okay? You do not want to stay in this fatal funnel at all. You want to get out of this. And you don't want to let people know you're on the other side of this before you're ready to engage. So we're gonna switch sides here. Alex is gonna go first. I'm gonna be the guy that's covering the pie. Get up on the wall, Alex, good. Okay, release. He checks door. I check what bit of the pie I can without exposing myself. I acknowledge to him when I see what I need. I'm moving in. Boom. All right. Oh, and make sure when you cross the threshold, you have your barrel up. Don't cross the threshold with your barrel down. All right, we're gonna do it this time with me covering the secondary position. All right, Alex, release. Try again. You did it again. Keep your barrel up as you're moving. And don't worry about moving fast. You can move across that threshold as slow as you'd like because nobody knows you're here yet, okay? We're being quiet at this point.
Oh, so keep it up when I'm going through?
Yeah. Even though it's technically a closed door, you want to keep your barrel ready for that. Okay, here we go. Release. Good, you backed off. I checked for slicing the pie. I don't see anything. I wave to go. Good. And once you see that I'm starting to engage with my barrel to signal you, start moving up then. Don't wait for me to get into the room before you move away, before you move back up, okay? So let's try that again. Oh yeah, you front. Okay. Good. Good. So that covers the door entry itself. You want to be quiet in those first moments. And then once you've got as much information as possible from the room, that's when you strike. There's going to be some fog of war in this, obviously. But if you can take just a little bit of information as you're coming through without totally giving away your position, that is good. Slice the pie. You're in the threshold a little bit, back up. Good. Now slice the pie. Good. Guys, the first man in, and when he's taking this right corner, here's his footsteps. He's gonna go hard right, left, shoot down, okay? So this is it fast. All right. The guy on this side, same concept with different foot. Left, in, boom. If you're on this side of the wall and your first guy in is going this way, you're grabbing the frame with your right, shooting off of the frame, okay? Nice and quiet. We don't know what's in here yet. Slide open, slice the pie, acknowledge. And normally, in my case where I wouldn't just stop there. I would continue sweeping the sectors. It's just so dang hot out here. And I've got a plate carrier on and blah, blah, blah. I'm just bitching. And hug the wall as close as you can. Right here. Yeah, okay, good. All right, go. Excellent. Let's talk about your movement down the wall real quick, okay? So you're gonna be swiveling while covering the corners. You're gonna be swiveling your barrel, but your feet are gonna be moving down the wall, okay? You don't wanna move into the center, okay? You don't want that. You wanna cover the walls with your feet, cover the sectors with your barrel, okay? So I'm gonna show you by myself what it's gonna look like shooting and moving down the wall, okay? In, left, and then I follow with my feet the wall as the guy is parallel with me on the other side, okay? You don't want to do this with one guy. You don't want to enter a room by yourself. It's just not going to work. Bare minimum 2, even 2's a little much, or even 2's a little less than you need. Ideally, you have a third guy, and the third guy is the one covering the blind spots like the behind the door, and he comes in and starts sweeping 3 or 4 feet in front of the guy he followed. So while these corners are getting checked, the third guy comes up and starts sweeping the center from left to right or right to left, depending on the side of the wall he's on, as well as the blind spot of the door. You have to check behind the door as well. So put that into your flow, however it may be, with your team. There's plenty of options on how you would do that, but the important thing is to be in sync with your team and who you're actually training with. You can have all these hypotheticals, blah, 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 but if you're not in sync with who you're training with, none of that matters, okay? So train for what you can, practice, make it become muscle memory, and take it from there, okay? Yeah. So I'm a civilian. I'm a military brat though that came up in the military, in a military family, and I just love firearms. I have ex-military buddies. I have some SWAT connections. Some of them are old friends. And I just feel very blessed to be a creative that enjoys gun culture and has all these people around me that are willing to help and support me. Thank you guys for helping me be able to do this articulately without me looking like a total doofus. Like, I still have my moments, but I'm just a civilian, so work with me. I do have a lot of fascination behind close quarter combat, so you will see more of that from my channel in the future. And I hope I can find more friends to drill with. Big thanks to Alex over there for hanging out in the heat with me and doing this. Doing this in full kit absolutely sucks, but we're out here. So thanks for watching. We're out here. We're out here. Yeah. Lots of targets to shoot at. Going live.